What is going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. Before we start, I gotta say, I gotta apologize for not being active for the last 2 weeks. I've been out with the flu. I had the flu for the first week, and then after I got over the flu, but then I lost my voice during the second week, and today is actually the very first day where my voice is somewhat back to normal. My nose is still quite plugged, my throat's a little sore, but slowly, surely, we're getting back to normal, which is perfect, just in time for the new year. I'm going to be going to the gym later today. That's going to be an easy workout because I haven't touched a weight in about basically 2 weeks. So needless to say, I haven't been eating and I haven't been training, so I'm going to be quite weak. So we're going to take things slow. Anyways, getting back to the point of the video, I'm going to title the video something on how getting over imposter syndrome made me over $100,000 or something along those lines. And the truth is, the second I got over my imposter syndrome, I really did make $100,000. Now, it's not like Monday I got over and then Tuesday 100 grand was deposited into my bank. No, slowly, with a lot of work put in, I made over $100,000. And the way that happened was simply just a mindset shift. And imposter syndrome, typically, I don't know what the dictionary term is for it, but basically, whenever imposter syndrome would hit me, my mental shift would be, who am I to do this? Who am I to say that? Who am I to provide this service? Who am I to charge someone this much? And that's really where this imposter syndrome came from. Is I would think, I don't have the experience, I'm not capable, I'm not worthy, I am not the person to do this, therefore I either shouldn't, or I won't, or I can't. Now, why do we get imposter syndrome? Honestly, I have no idea. Maybe at the end of the day, we're just human, and maybe these are natural human thoughts. Maybe it has nothing to do with childhood trauma or adult trauma or whatever you want to call it, and nothing. It's no rhyme or reason. We're just human. We feel things, we think things. Maybe that's it, okay? More specific things that imposter syndrome affected me with was sales, okay? Sales was a huge thing for my business, okay? In the business that I'm in, you could be completely trash at sales and you can make money. In fact, you can make a lot of money. But if you're good at sales, you can make a lot of money, okay? For those of you that don't know, I'm in the VAS space, that is virtual accounting services. I run my own accounting firm. I'm also partnered with a couple other accounting firms, but essentially, at the end of the day, every business, every person needs some kind of accounting or tax work done. So to get clients it's super easy. But if you know how to sell and you're good at sales, getting clients is that much easier and you can make that much more. Anyways, getting back to the point of this video, the imposter syndrome, when I would be on these sales calls, I knew exactly what the prospect needed. I knew what they wanted, I knew what they needed, and I knew that I had the package or the service that I could give it to them. But I just mentally wasn't there. I had that imposter syndrome. I thought, you know what, you've only been doing this for 6 months. You've only been doing this for a year. You've only been doing this for 2 months. You don't know how to do this. You've never done that. And just all these thoughts would just come in and it would eat away at the confidence on those sales calls. And it wasn't until I made that mental shift where I was actually able to get confident and start to sell my services and sell them over and over and over again. And I don't even want to say that it was a skill that I had developed. I think it was more just me making a mental shift of not caring. Whether that's not caring about what the other person thinks or what the outcome is going to be or any future problem that you may think of but hasn't officially or legitimately happened, but you're thinking of it. It's making that shift of not caring of those scenarios and those thoughts of other people. And when that happened, my whole tone changed. Okay, it completely changed. And that is when I started making sales. Okay, now I don't want you to get this mixed up of not caring. So when I would take sales calls, I wouldn't sound like I'm half asleep, like, oh yeah, we could do this. Yeah, we could do that tax return. Yeah, we can do this tax strategy. Oh yeah, maybe. Oh, we'll try. It wasn't like that. No. But it was more so you have a problem. You need it fixed. I'm the guy to do it. Do you want to do this or do you not want to do it? If you want to do it, that's awesome. Let's get it done. You're going to love working with me. If not, no worries. You can talk to the next guy. You'll probably get it wrong, but that's your situation. Good luck. Take care. Bye. And when you adopt that kind of mindset and when you can give off that kind of aura, people sense that and people feel that now. And it wasn't until then, that's when I started closing. And that's when I had imposter syndrome kind of leave my whole mindset. Another philosophy that I follow that gets rid of my imposter syndrome, because I'm not going to lie, I get imposter syndrome every week. Okay? It's a human feeling. I'm sure Jeff Bezos gets it. He's the richest dude in the world. It's probably why he went on steroids, because he was feeling some kind of insecurity or didn't like the reality of something, and that was the shape or the looks of his body. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. We are human. So a philosophy change, or a philosophy that I adopted to remove and so to cure my imposter syndrome, was you've known yourself your entire life. Okay? So you know yourself from all the downs, every single time that you've messed up, whether that's in business, school, family, relationships, personal life, sports, anything that you did in your entire life where you messed up. You've got a record of it. And it's in there. You've got a mental record, maybe a physical one too, of you messing something up. You making a mistake. You screwing something up. And what happens, I think, or at least this is what it was for me, is when you think about all the times that you messed up, you naturally get this self-disbelief where you can't do something. Okay? The example that I used, that I told myself actually, which is what made it look super clear, is, let's say if you're 15 years old, okay? 17. No, let's just say 18. Let's say that you're 18 years old and you've studied Facebook advertising for, say, 6 months, okay? So you've studied it for 6 months. You've practiced it. You're not the best. You're not the worst. You're just decent. You can go to a business owner who has never done Facebook advertising, and you can be an expert to them because they've never done it. You're a level 4 or 5. They're a level 0. And on top of that, their first interaction with you and introduction to you is as a Facebook expert. They never met you 6 years ago when you could barely type on the keyboard, where you could barely learn a language or do math or get a job or whatever. They didn't know you before then. Their very first interaction ever with you is a Facebook expert. So their expectations and their reality of you is going to be up here. Once I made that mental shift, imposter syndrome didn't really affect me all that much. Because when I would be on these sales calls, I would be explaining these tax plans, these tax packages, tax services, whatever. To me, I do this every day, okay? To the business owner, they do it once a year, if that. In fact, most of these people are behind by like 4 or 5 years. So they do it once every 3 or 4 or 5 years. So they're basically a virgin to the whole thing. But myself and you do this every single day. That is, if you're in the tax and accounting industry. Maybe it's different for your market. Maybe it's life insurance. I know the basics. I don't even want to say I know the basics of freaking life insurance, because I don't. So someone who has been studying and watching life insurance training videos for a week, knows more than me. If I met them, I wouldn't know a freaking difference. I wouldn't. I couldn't tell. I don't know anything about life insurance. So to that person that I met that's only studied it for a week, to me, they're an expert. Okay, because they're telling me stuff I don't even know. So something to think about. I think if you adopt that philosophy, your imposter syndrome is going to take a turn for the best. And I think that you'll actually be able to strategically and almost instantly remove it. So with that said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching this video. As I said at the start of this video, I am no longer sick. I'm starting to get back to regular health. So you guys can expect the weekly uploads. If you guys want to check out a couple more videos, go through my channel. I'm sure that you'll find something that you like. But with that said, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.